Okay, so here for page 132, the sentence pattern, very easy. So here, could you please read the first example together? It is found useful.
It is found useful for research.
To show alignment with the local words. And the second one, please read it in many cultures. It is called a taboo to display affection in public. And number 3, in most Asian countries. It is considered impolite to open gifts in front of the giver. So here in Unit 6, just some changes to the usages you learned before. Number 1, here, something or it is found considered. 这两个用法呢是大家以前有学过，比如说，the book was found interesting. 那本书呢被觉得很有趣。found 这个地方不是发现，不是找到，指的是发现或是觉得。那 consider 这个大家学过，等于说，the movie was considered interesting. 那部电影被认为很有趣。所以这两个用法是大家应该有点印象。但是这一课呢 ，thought 这个字是以前大家学的会是 thought of as. For example, you might say the movie was thought of as a success. 那部电影被认为是一个成功的作品。但是呢，在现在的英文里面 ，like the more we use the word thing, I mean the more changes we make this word because we tend to make the language easier and easier. 在语言上面都会倾向于越常用的字会越来越简化，所以 think 这个字现在 thought of as 的 of as 会被省略掉。如果你是要强调什么事情是怎样的话 ，for example here it is found useful for, it is thought a taboo to. Here 这个地方的 to blah 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 指的就是这边的 it。那这个地方以前我们会讲的是 it is thought of as 的 taboo。如果你有印象的话，以前讲 think 被认为是一个禁忌，都会是 think of as。但是这一课讲的重点就是这样的用法，强调做某事是怎样的时候，就会用 it is thought。And then an adjective or a noun, and then to blah blah blah. 所以这边的重点其实就是 here. Number 1, 在讲这件事情的时候 ，if the thing you talk about is a bit long, then we use is a bit long. Then you will use the word it to replace it, and then use to blah blah blah. Like here, the original sentence should be. To express gratitude and show politeness with the local words is found useful for visitors. 原句应该是这样，可是太长了，所以就会用 it is found, it is thought a taboo to blah blah. It's okay. And here the second thing is that 这样的用法特别就是，只要是这样用 found, thought, and considered, after that you directly use adjective or a noun. 所以呢，1跟2 found 跟 consider 应该是你原本就很有印象，可是这一课就加一个 thought， 因为以前你没有想到的是 thought of as。可是在这一课的句型里面，如果你说做什么什么是怎样怎样的这样的句型的时候，这个 thought 后面的 of as 就可以省略。Okay? So maybe we can do a quick exercise here. The first one, could you please read the first example? What is considered dangerous?
What is considered dangerous?
Thank you. And here you please read the answer. It is considered.
It is considered dangerous.
Like that. Thank you. Here the second one. What is thought unlucky in some cultures? And by using the keywords, how can you use the sentence pattern? It is thought unlucky to break a mirror in some countries. It's okay. Could you please read the sentence once again? It is thought. So unlucky to break a mirror in some cultures. 这地方稍微注意一下，以前呢你会想到的是这个地方的 thought， 那它可以用 thought of as 吗？可以。这地方的 thought， 它可以用 thought of as unlucky， 这是最完整的句型。可是用久了以后，这个 of as 大家会觉得说啊，就是觉得啊，所以就会把多的字拿掉。所以现在的等于说这个已经变成是一个可以接受的用法。所以以前教的 think of as 是最完整的。可是这个地方只是提醒你说，如果这个地方已经变成是像 found。Consider 被认为就是这样的话，就会把那个 of as 简化掉。Okay, yeah. So here number 3. What is found? This word beneficial. How do you read this word? Beneficial. So here, what is found beneficial to one's health? If you use the key part, how do you use it is to talk about the new sentence? It is found beneficial to take a nap every afternoon. Yeah, thank you. And here number 4, what is considered a must? A must. What does the word a must mean? When you say something is a must, it is something that you have to do. 这只是必做的事、必吃的东西。So you can say like going to the night market is a must for visitors to Taiwan. 等于说对于客来说，到夜市是一件一定要做的事，所以必吃的东西、必做的事。其实后面可以加一个 hyphen 一短横，然后写成必做的事是 must do。其实原本的字应该是这样。You can say 这个地方 hyphen 一短横。You can say going to the night market is a must do in Taiwan. 必做的事。那必吃的东西呢，就直接 must eat，这样。Or you can say stinky tofu is a must eat for visitors to Taiwan. 但是现在其实这边会把省略的字变成是 a must， 直接用一个必做的事，一个必吃的事。所以这个是 must 在这边变成名词。It's okay。所以我们常讲的说，going to canteen is a must for college students. 大学生去肯定是必做的事 ，like that. It's okay. Have you ever been to canteen? Yeah. So like, did you go there with your family members? No. Okay. So did you go there with your club members? No. So did you go there with your people because now you look like a king? She has been doing all the king stuff. That's the fact. Now she looks like a king. I don't know why. Yeah. Anyway, hey, what is considered a must? If you use it is, come you go on with your sentence. It is considered a must to cut down on one's living expenses. Here, this is the key sentence. Would you please read it once again? It is considered a must to cut down on one's living expenses. Here, may I ask you, cut down on one word means what? 减少 reduce 还记得吗 ？cut down on 就是 reduce 哦，可是这三个字 cut down on 通常 on 会被省略，但是 cut down on 是完整的片语。Here, living expenses means cost 花费的钱。So living expenses will be the money you spend on everything you eat, everything you do, every day. It's okay? Yeah. 只是生活花费。Number 5. What was found the major cause of the bridge collapse? It is found the major cause of the bridge collapse to use cheap materials. It's okay? We usually key sentence again was found the major cause of the bridge collapse to use cheap materials. Here the word collapse. Can you say that once again about collapse? Yeah, collapse just means like break down, something falls down. It's okay? So then here, can I just use 3 minutes translation exercise? I think we are going to get people's opinions. Here, translation. I guess we don't need to write them down this time, but what about oral translation? Eating breakfast. 常被认为一个小片语，过去的习惯。昨天刚讲过 ，used to be thoughts。后面呢？怎么讲？因为每次都学过，可以想象吗 ？Eating breakfast used to be thoughts， 加名词，年长者的习惯。Habit of the 年长者 elderly， 是这样吗？有个部分很难。Eating breakfast used to be thought a habit of the elderly。少一个小部分，有人发现吗 ？She is a friend of me or of mine. She's a friend of mine. 她是我的朋友之一哦。所以这地方，如果你刚刚的翻法是habit of the elderly， 你少了什么？You're right, thank you. Elderly， 这个很难。但是有时候你不一定想到，就是例句sentence once again, eating breakfast. Used to be thought a habit of the elderly. 这个地方小心为什么是 elderly 呢？你要用那个 example 哦。She's a friend of mine. 我的朋友之一，所以是年长者的习惯之一哦。可是这边没有写之一。但是如果你说，那我不要这样等等的，可以，你就直接说 used to be thought， or used to be thought the elderly's habit， 反过来说就会有问题了。 used to be thought the elderly have it， 把它当所有这些。这边 here。How do you say this? In Indian? 4 letter words. 4 letter word. Hip hop, 6 letters. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I like that. A word begins with the D. He rapped on himself. Anyway. Not Dita. Not Dita. However, teenagers now find this actually 也有意思吗 Now teenagers find this actually Dope is a slang word. 它是一个俚语。Dope used to be the name for marijuana. Dope 其实是毒品啊，可是现在有时候讲的是超毒。呀，如果这个是比较常用哦，这个就是翻的就是超屌，那是超屌的，那是 dope， 所以不要演讲说we now think it is dope， 演讲不要讲。And then what about one more thing? You didn't do this last Friday? 30 seconds. Like, do you have your notebook with you? Your notebook. Yeah. I know that maybe you are working on your math test paper. Are you going to talk about this later? Is this supposed to be an assignment or a test? Test. This morning. Well, we didn't do anything this morning. So like, can you work on this for the whole day? Oh yeah, then it's fine. Yeah, anyway. So like here, please take out your pair notebook, 30 seconds. And then we'll check the answers together. Do you have your notebook with you? This. You might think of the word harmful, damaging. It's okay. I will show you another word later. But 这地方你先讲 harmful 跟 damaging 比较有点像是对健康啊、对环境。而这地方如果你说对身心上面来说，有另外一个是 D 开头，可是以前比较少讲。But you can still use the word harmful or damaging. It's okay. Or just bad. It's okay. Yeah. And here we can say used to or another expression. It's up to you. Ready? Sometimes we can practice some sentence patterns orally, but sometimes I guess it's useful for you to write it down. Yeah, it's different ways of practice. Are you done? This, 一件事情，所以是 bing, right? Bing, and then 用 consider。可是这地方小心，这个句型是 it 哦 ，it， 所以这地方如果你把它用 ，I'm sorry， 如果你用 ing 的话，这一次是你用 it 的句型，所以变成是某事情被认为是有害的，去做这件事情。如果是 it 开头的话 ，ready？ Can you see the answers? The answer should be it 放在前面的话，被认为是这样，有两个用法，一个是 was considered or used to be considered. It's up to you. It's okay. 所以这边是这样。Yeah. So here, like, could you please read the sentence together? It was considered detrimental for students to play video games. You can say in the past. 这地方这个字可以学一下。很好念，重音在 man 的上面，所以这边 please read together detrimental. Yeah, detrimental just mean not good for one's mind. 身心有害的，这个就可以学一下。所以 harmful 通常指的是具体的健康有害、环境有害。You can say the chemical is harmful to the environment. 或是你说那个废水会对环境造成危害。The wastewater is damaging to the environment. 可以。可是如果你说身心上没有益处 ，you can say many people criticize that the movie or not movie, the TV show is detrimental to young kids' mind. 有人觉得说那个电视节目对小朋友不好，所以这地方常讲的不好，你可以说 bad， 可这一次的 detrimental 就是对身心无益或是有害的。It's okay. So here, like, please read the words again, but detrimental. Yeah, thank you. So like here, you can say used to be considered or it was considered, or in the past. It's up to you. Any different answers? 有不同的翻法吗？这地方另外一个注意的地方是 it was considered, and there could be two other words. One would be it was found, 觉得是这样 it was found detrimental, or it was thought detrimental. It's okay, thought detrimental or found detrimental. What about this one? 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Yeah. But这边的话应该是只有一种翻法，因为如果你不是用主动态，人们觉得这样，那就一定是被动态。这件事情现在已经被认为是这样。Ready? And he looks like Come on. Yet, however, this 已经被认为哦，所以在翻的时候是已经哦。那已经，因为这样的话，现在被认为就不用翻了。可是已经的话，就要翻一下吧，因为代表我们已经接受了嘛，对不对？所以应该不会只是现在时，right? So like this, this now 还有一个 has been thought a professional sport nowadays. Any good answers? 没有哦，这个 nowadays， 如果你写 now OK， 可是 nowadays 以后可以多用一点。nowadays 跟 now 有什么不一样呢 ？Any difference between the two words? When you mean now, you mean right now, at this moment. She is sleeping now. 她睡着了。We can say you don't say she's sleeping nowadays， 不会这样用。nowadays 比较解释成 Yeah. Students like to act nowadays. 学生现在的表演欲非常的旺盛。Like this girl over here, she has been like doing a lot of things like, to the neighbors around her. Like, got it? Okay. Yeah. Anyway, here, could you please read these out together? But this has been a professional sport nowadays. Yeah. So like here, like a lot of people have been talking about the topic of 电子竞技 right? 电竞 right? So like how do you talk about 电竞 in English? 电竞竞技，不是 taboo 哦。就是因为所有的游戏都变成是运动了嘛，所以一个字的话怎么讲？照例会用到，比如说电子竞技最近是台湾电子竞技。是台湾最近很热门的话题。Just one word. Here. 不是竞技哦，竞技 means bullet. Yeah. So like sports, which are done electronically. So like we just call them e-sports. We arrive, but yeah, this is the name. This is the term we have for all those professional online gamers, online players who play games for contests right now. So please read the word about esports. Yeah, so like I can say esports 可以大写 esports have been a popular issue around the world over the past few years. 电子竞技这个议题 sports means there could be different kinds of games, right? Different kinds of games, like RPG games, shooting games, a lot of competition games, like that. It's okay. Finally, here. One question, 1 minute. In Taiwan, it was blah 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 in the past, but now. 1 minute. Please write it down in your pair notebook. In Taiwan, it was blah 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 in the past, but now something. Can you think of anything that we consider it differently right now? But our parents, or your grandparents, they consider it differently from the way you do it now. 1 minute. In Taiwan, it was considered. In Taiwan, it was, but you can say now. You can just write out a sentence. You can say, but now it has been considered. It has been thought. Blah blah blah, true blah blah blah. Any idea? Anybody? Any example? Charlotte, did you think of any example? Hey, listen up. In Taiwan, what? In Taiwan, it was thought a long journey from Taipei to Kaohsiung. Okay, yeah, but now, it has been considered easier, yeah, or convenient. Yeah, to travel from Taipei to Kaohsiung. Okay, yeah, thank you. Junior, did you think of any sentences? Not yet. Yeah, sure. You talk about that in Chinese, we'll translate it into English for you. 以前都要扫墓，现在用灵骨塔就好。可是如果用被认为呢？被认为要扫墓。Okay, you can say in Taiwan it was. 以前扫墓被认为是必要的。How would you translate the sentence? Cindy, 在台湾扫墓，在以前被认为是必要的。扫墓应该 just this. Yeah. Tomb sweeping. Yeah, tomb sweeping. Was thought necessary for people, but now it has been thought unnecessary maybe? Yeah. Do you agree? Yeah, maybe right. Last person, Tinjie, any idea? Any sentence you think of with your neighbor? In the past, it was considered weird for students to wear a giraffe haircut on their head. But now it has been considered common for students to do that. Is this something you are going to do today? You can't tell me, right? No, I'm sorry. But anyway, yeah, have fun. Anything I ask her? Okay, yeah, anyway. So, no, my apologies. Yeah, I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Kate, what's your sentence? In Taiwan, it was. Wait, in Taiwan, it was salt, yummy, and fresh food. In Taiwan, it was salt, yummy, and fresh food. What was salt, yummy, and fresh food? What? 什么是好吃的东西？哦 ，OK，应该说这个地方你会说 在台湾过去的时候，很多东西被认为是健康的，但是现在他们被认为是不安全的。现在 Yeah, so maybe we can say in Taiwan, many kinds of foods were considered healthy and yummy, but now they have been found. 他们被发现是这样，他们被觉得是这样。They have been found unsafe. I mean, to many people in society. Okay, anyway, yeah, this is it. Any questions? If not, we can move on to the reading. So could you please go to the reading part? So like here, this was the part where we stopped last time. So here, could you please read it, get wherever you decide to go. Oh, sorry, from the beginning, yet wherever. The cultures of the place you visit may be somewhat different from the culture of your home country. Therefore, it is important that you adapt your behavior so that you don't offend the locals. Here are some fundamental rules that will make communication easier and your trip more enjoyable. So here, some fundamental rules that will make communication easier and your trip more enjoyable. Here, may I ask you, how would you translate the word enjoyable? Any idea? Enjoyable? 没有 Any idea? Enjoyable. How would you translate the word enjoyable? There could be a word beginning with the D or a word beginning with the J. How would J be easier? Joy. Joy to the world. No, that's the slogan for that English cram school. But here, joy, enjoyable, joyful. But what about D? Joyful. Yeah, joyful. Delightful. It's okay. So if you say, it was a delightful journey, it was a delightful party, you mean it was a party that provided you with a lot of fun. So like here, delightful, joyful, still the same. Enjoyable, the same. So you can say it was an enjoyable trip, it was a joyful trip, it was a delightful trip. It's okay, so here this word, quickly read it together, delightful. Yeah, so like enjoyable, joyful, delightful, the three words can be used to mean occasions. It's okay, yeah. And here we stop on this part last time. Like here, therefore, it is important that you adapt your behavior. So like here, the first word as a result, as a consequence. It's okay. Plus or hence. Also, we talk about this. It is important that somebody do something. We always, most of the time, we take away the word should, but just verb do, because these adjectives that already imply somebody's duty to do something. So 这个地方 should 就不会再用，但是要保持原形。So like here, it is important, it is vital, it is crucial, it is essential. So like these were the words we talked about last time. Remember? So like here, if you say it is vital that John quit smoking, it is vital that you warm up before running fast. So like here, if you mean that it is somebody's duty, it is necessary for somebody to do something, you can say it's vital, crucial, essential. It's okay, keep that in mind. Warm up before you run. So like here, the next part. Last time we stopped when we talk about this word. So we use the word adapt. Yeah, it means what? Yeah, it doesn't mean you try to help yourself get used to something. 这个地方他们讲到的是呢，你可能背过的是适应 means you get yourself used to something. But here, if you talk about that meaning, 你只要加一个字就好了。What's the word? What's the preposition? Here, if you mean you try to adapt something. Here, you might say last year, after I entered TFG, I tried hard to adapt this new school. 所以如果是适应的话，要加一个介词。I try to get used to. I try to adapt to. So if you say you want to get used to something, you try to adapt to something. 这个地方是一个主动态的用法，所以 adapt 如果你想讲是适应的话呢，要加介词。然后就你说 my younger sister is trying hard to adapt to her new kindergarten. I mean, like, do you have any younger relatives who are going to kindergartens right now? I mean, like, do you still remember the first day you went to kindergarten? Like, everybody cried. It was a disaster. Really? You mean on your day to kindergarten now you remember that you waved goodbye to your parents in a happy way? I don't believe that. My relative, she works in a kindergarten and she hates the first day of school, of kindergarten, because on that morning everybody cries. But here, if you mean get used to something, it's adapt to. You see, but here adapt your behavior. 直接接受词的话是调整哦，意思不一样。So here it means you adjust. But here, may I ask you another word that looks similar to the word adapt, but means you take something, you take somebody's advice. 接纳采纳，长得很像，不是 adapt，是 adopt. So how do you spell the word adopt? A-D-O-P-T. Yeah, easy. So you can say, she's always willing to adopt her friend's advice. 她总是很乐意接受她朋友的建议。Are you? Oh, okay, that's nice. Are you? Yes. So like here, you adjust your behavior so that you can also say in order that. Remember, so that in order that you don't offend the locals. The locals here means the local people. Let me ask you one word for the word offend. That begins with the letter I. Sorry. One word that begins with the I, which means the word offend. We need a word beginning with it. That's okay. If we say insult, how to spell the word insult? Insult. I-N-S-U-L-T. Yeah, so if you say like you don't insult the locals, you don't offend the locals, you don't upset. U-P-S-E-T. Upset the locals. 使人家不开心。所以这个地方offend 意思上来说的话 upset 是不开心 offend 有点冒犯 insult 很严重，让人家生气激怒某人，所以程度上都差不多。但是 if you start from the basic one would be upset, and then offend, and then insult, because you really said something or did something that was pretty rude, so the other person got mad. It's okay? Yeah, and here like you don't insult the locals. Here are some fundamental rules that will make communication easier and your trip more enjoyable. Here, the word that. Can you take the word that away? No, because here it is the subject of the sentence. 所以地方的 that 不可以省略。另外一个字的话是 which will make communication easier and your trip more enjoyable. It's okay. It's okay. Move on. So this will be the next part. Could you please read it first? Never raise your voice. With a view to making yourself understood. If you do not know the word for something in the local language, or cannot express yourself verbally, try drawing a picture or pointing to an object. Remember though, pointing directly at a person can be highly offensive in some countries. Yeah, I guess like this rule can apply not only in Taiwan but also in the Western countries. Like you don't just pointing at another person, right? But what about in your geography class? Like did you ever go to Thailand? I mean, if you are in Thailand, you cannot pat a part of a kid. Yeah, the head. You know why you can't pat a kid on top of her head? Because people in Thailand, Thai people, they believe that this area is the connection between one's soul and heaven. So if you pat, do not do that. Yeah, never pat a kid's head, because if you pat a kid's head, like it's really rude. That means you sort of stopped. I mean the connection between your kid's soul and heaven. It's okay. Like here, first, never raise your voice. The word raise. If you say you raise your voice, you mean you speak louder. But what about other meanings of the word raise? Any idea? 30 seconds. Can you think of any other meaning of the word raise? Maybe just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ivy! Any meanings of the word raise that you could think of? It's very easy. There are 3 more meanings. Here, raise your voice means increase your voice, right? But what about 3 others? I guess you can think of at least one. Iris, any idea? Oh, right. You mean R-I-S-E? What do you mean? 我的意思说，如果还有3个意思的话，有其他意思有小过吗 ？Any idea? Julie. Oh, 拉拔长大。I like that. Okay, you can say. My parents raised me up. You raised me up. Yeah, not meaning, but anyway, like my parents raised me. My parents raised me. What else? She's busy. Yeah. Lillian. Any idea? Like increase your voice. You feed someone. You take care of someone. What else? Yeah, she was taking a nap. Everybody was tired. Didn't you just finish an enjoyable weekend? After a
哦，烦死了！
over the weekend.
晒黑啊！
Come on, you are a giraffe. You're supposed to be sad.
但是我眼睛很哎，
What does that mean? I mean you
这
came.
很烦啊！一直叫。
She just took off her glasses. Very like that. Hey, here. If you have any questions, raise your hand. Raise your hand. And also, you can say this. After the earthquake, we try to raise money for the victims. 所以这地方募集资金 raise money for the people. Raise your hand. Raise you. Raise the kids and also raise your voice. It's okay. 刚刚有讲到 rise, that's another meaning. If you say rise, rose, risen. When you say rise, rose, risen, you mean something goes up by itself. For example, you might say, 物价最近一直在飙涨. The price of goods has been rising. 会用主动态，所以 rise 这个字是主动态的用法。Raise 是使升高，所以是被动态，所以你可以说 Many questions were raised in the Q&A session。在 Q&A 的地方的时候，很多问题被提出来，所以 rise 是主动态咯，自己升起来。所以可以 say the sun rises in the east every morning. But here if you say raise, our students raise up the flag in the morning assembly. 在早上升旗的时候，把国旗升起来。然后，但是如果你说气球飞起来 ，the balloon rose into the sky and the kid started to cry. 气球飞走了，那个男生就哭了。So like here, the balloon rose up. 就用 rise, rose, risen. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like here, the 3 changes of the word: rise, rose, and then risen. R-I-S-E-N. This word is about risen. 不是 risen 哦，这是 rise, rose, risen. 第3个变化是 reason， 但是不是那个 reason 是 excuse，but reason 是短的哦，指的是升起来。It's okay, yeah. And here, like, with a view to making yourself understood. If you say you do something with the view, you mean what? You came up to practice this morning with a view to winning the relay race this Friday. So if you say with a view to doing something, you mean this. You do something in order to achieve your goal. So like here, a quick review. In order to, so as to, for the 为了什么的意图。第3个就需要背一下 for the purpose of doing something. It's okay. So here, for the sentence I just gave you, we came here in the morning to practice for with the view to winning the relay race. For the purpose of winning the relay race, so as to win, in order to win the relay race. 所以2个是原型，2个是 ing， 但是 view 比较需要记，因为 view 后面是 to， 所以有时候看到 to 会想要用原型，这边就稍微要记一下。It's okay， 因为后面是 with the view to 一件事情，所以这个地方用 ing。It's okay. So like here, never raise your voice in order to make yourself understood. If you say you make yourself understood, 这个地方小细节，这边不是 understand 哦。如果你说 she tried to make her younger sister 了解到礼貌的重要 ，make her sister understand the importance of politeness。这个地方是原型，我这边用的如果是被动态的话，就是说 let other people understand you. Okay, so like here the meaning would be this. So like we say she tried hard to make herself understood at the meeting. 她在会议中努力的让她的想法被了解。Make oneself understood 指的是使她的想法。这边就算没有讲想法，你指的就是她说的话，她自己被理解。It's okay. So like here, could you please read the example of the scientist? Try to make himself understood by the elementary school kids. Like in our school, like we can use this example to talk about many teachers. You can say in our math class, our math teacher tries to make himself understood to us. Like can you understand like your math teacher easily? I guess so. What about other subjects? I mean, can you like follow what the teachers say in class easily? Yeah, I mean like if you have any questions, make sure you can raise them right away. Okay? And here like if you do not know the word for something, 对方注意一下，什么样的字是 for 哦？比如说，如果你不知道在某一个当地语言的字，这个地方是用 for，the word for that。所以如果你说你知道英文的礼貌该怎么说吗？ Do you know the word for being polite in English? So like the word for something 就是什么的字。So like here it's the word for blah blah blah. So you can say 中文里面中文里面you can say 中文里面橘子是吉利的象征。So you can say the word for orange in Chinese sounds like good fortune. 所以你说中文里面橘子这个字听起来像是好运。So you can say the word for orange sounds like good luck in Chinese. It's okay, yeah. So I give the word for something in the local language, or you can express whatever you think verbally. Here my question is, for the word whatever, can you replace it with no matter what? 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. May I ask somebody? Ipe, I'm sorry, any idea? Express whatever you think verbally. 可以改成 no matter what 吗？ Can I express no matter what you think verbally? 这地方，如果你觉得 no matter what 行不行的话呢，它从这里到这里，你把它拿掉以后，句子是完整的。因为 no matter what 引导的是一个强调状况的东西，是附加的。但这个地方如果你把它拿掉的话 ，you cannot express， 应该要 express something， 所以这边不是副词哦，是名词。It's okay. So here the meaning is like， 如果你没办法说表达任何你想说的东西，用说的话，这样的意思。所以这地方 whatever means anything that it's like if you cannot express anything 任何的事情 that you think verbally， 你没办法把你想的东西用说的表达出来。It's okay. 所以这地方不能省略。那如果你还是有点不确定的话，就把它遮住以后，这边少的东西代表它的意思是任何的点点点，它是一个名词。Okay, yeah. So like here, you can try drawing a picture or pointing to an object. Remember though, pointing directly at a person can be highly offensive in some cultures. Here we have talked about the word though in the reading of Unit 5. So like here, the word though, another word means 不是although，是 however. 所以这个地方 you can only use it at the end or in the middle of a sentence. 这地方问一下 although 跟 though 有什么不一样？Although 就只能当连接词。Although she was sick, she still came to school. 一定是连接词，就一个用法。Though 呢，可以当连接词或是副词。什么叫连接词？就是跟 although 一样。Though she was sick, she still came to school. 那副词就是这一课的。She was sick. 句号。She still came to school. 逗号。Though。所以 though 这个字呢，多一个意思就跟 however 一样，所以你就把它想象成 however， 但是只能放在后面或是中间 ，however 可以放在前面，就这样咯。所以 although 就是连接词 ，though 可以当连接词，也可以当副词，就是 however。 It's okay? Yeah. So like here, remember, however, pointing directly at a person can be highly offensive in some cultures. So here, highly offensive can be much insulting, highly offensive. You see? So like move on. So like here, the next part. Yeah, before we move on, could you please read the part once again first, then raise your voice. Making yourself understood. If you do not know the word for something in the local language, or you cannot express whatever you think verbally, try drawing a picture or pointing to an object. Remember though, pointing directly at a person can be highly offensive in some cultures. Yeah. Before we move on, may I ask you, how many of you finished the questions of the week 4 test paper of the reading part?